different leadership style that we would like to see happen in Port Arthur. I will continue to love Port Arthur. I plan on dying here in Port Arthur. I plan on fighting for Port Arthur and the citizens of Port Arthur. I'd like to also thank my Royalist brothers. Without these guys, they're always supportive in all the endeavors that I've done, past on the school board. And I'd like to thank President Baptiste and my Royalist brothers. Thank you. Just some of the things that I would like to do being on council. The infrastructure that we currently have in Port Arthur. I think we need to build upon that, and we need to do something about it quickly, fast, and hurry. Also, building relationship with entities like the school board. Being on the school board for 6 years, 2 of those years I was board president. They gave me the opportunity to build relationships with people and to find ways that we can bring resources back into Port Arthur. One of the major things, and I think I was talking with David Jones back there about it, that if entities and industry, if you do not want to support Port Arthur citizens, I have an issue with it. If you're not going to support them, we're going to take back your tax abatement and we're going to do our own thing. Period. If you don't want to hire Port Arthur individuals or citizens of Port Arthur, we're going to take I would advocate with councilmen to take back the abatement. And it's not fair, because if you guys listen to the news the other night, Port Arthur is the second highest in the state. Did they say that correctly? 8.2% unemployment rate. Now don't give me this thing that people that come and travel to Port Arthur and they travel to Port Arthur, then they file unemployment here at Port Arthur and we get counted. We get those numbers. That's not true. That's not true. Don't believe that. Because if you're going to drive from all these surrounding cities to come to Port Arthur to file unemployment in Port Arthur, something's wrong with that picture. And if we continue letting that happen, this is what you're going to get. So you got people like myself. You got people that's on the school board, Deborah Ambrose, Joseph Guillory. You got Mr. Research just walking in. You know, this is some of the things that we need to see happen in Port Arthur. And if we do not continue, if we continue with this path, it's going to self-destruct. I promise you, there's no way or fashion that we can do anything about it. So people like myself wanted to get on the board, get on the council to make change. And don't get it, you know, twisted at all. This is a very hard job, and I take it seriously. So that's why I'm running. I feel that it's time, because of the current school board members. They're doing an excellent job. After this bond, we passed a bond $195 million. People don't realize we're going to have the newest schools in this whole region. This whole region of the Southeast Texas area, we're going to have the newest schools. The oldest school we're going to have is probably, what, 10 years old? 10 years old. And this is due to Port Arthur citizens and the faith that you guys have in the school board and in the council. But we have to continue making changes. We have to continue making changes. And to do that, I need you, we need each other, and we need to make this a success story that we can all talk about in Port Arthur. So again, I'd like to say thank you, and each and every one of you guys here, family, friends, my Royalist brothers, and elected officials for supporting me and helping make this change. Now, if you don't know, my particular district is District 3. It's from 365, and I think Clowney, Ambrose, and I, we bump our zones, districts with each other. So again, it's 365 to 25th, and then you have a portion on off of Turtle Creek to 9th Avenue, and then I have from Memorial to Twin City 365 to 25th. So a little area that's right off in the Stonegate area is District 4. But if the word that we want people to take out of this particular meet and greet, if you know someone in these districts, please support. My wife and I, we're registered to vote anyone today. We're deputy registered. So if you're not sure that you're registered to vote today, come and see me, and I can do it on the spot with your identification. So that's not an excuse anymore, and it takes about 3 minutes to register somebody to vote. So if you know anybody, we got cards, they got my website on them, I think, and I will provide my number. If anybody that you know that needs to register to vote, please let us know. The Corvette Club that I'm part of, we're going to be selling Lynx chips and sodas for $5 across the street from Raceway on Memorial. And that's going to be from 9 to 1. This Saturday, from 9 to 1, across from Raceway, we're going to do the Lynx sales. And it's $5. And we're going to have the Corvettes parked out there. So if you're not doing anything from 9 to 1, please come and visit and help donate. And that's to support Cal Jones and myself. That's our Corvette Club that we're part of. But any questions right here, if you wouldn't mind. If you wouldn't mind, this is a concern sheet that my wife put together. And if it's anything that you're concerned about here in Port Arthur, if you would take a couple minutes, fill this out, drop it in the box, and I promise you I will read each and every one of these. But we got to take a passion for Port Arthur and the things that's going on in the city. And if we don't do it, it's going to continue being the same way. You can't expect something to change if you don't do anything about it. And that's my whole reason for running for District 3 in Port Arthur, Texas. But again, I thank y'all for being here. We're going to play the music. They got more sandwiches. They got punch. And enjoy yourself and just mingle. And that's what we want. We want to get the buzz around. Today, we went to an apartment complex, and there was about 6 of us. We contacted over 100 apartment complex, and 80% of the people out there, we gave cards to, and we registered some people that's out there. We plan on doing it all the complex in my district. But it just don't have to be in my district. If you know anybody want to vote and is not registered, please have them call me and I'll register that person for you. Again, thank you. And if you wouldn't mind, fill this out and if you have any concerns. But thank you again.
Kinlaw,
yes.
Can you ask me any questions?
Yes, I'm answering questions, sure.
Okay, you talked about the infrastructure. And we've heard that over and over again from past city councils all the way up until now. In what way are you looking at to change infrastructure?
Well, that's a good question, and thank you. Blue Bunny. Now, I don't know the situation of why Blue Bunny is the way it is, and maybe it's the councilman, Mr. Doucette could probably go into detail about it, but it's entirely too long that when we go down our streets, we got refineries that circumference Port Arthur. They use our streets, they tear the streets up, and Port Arthur is sent the bill. And then Blue Bonnet, I don't know, whatever reason, who's supposed to pay, finish it off, whatever. It's not fair to our citizens that they have to, detour around Blue Bonnet, and it's been like that for over a year. Infrastructure, we need to do a better job in finding people and putting people in place to handle those situations. We shouldn't have to wait, because our job as citizens, we elect people to get in these offices to assure them that they do the best thing and they have the best interest of the people, period. Infrastructure, we're talking about the schools that we talked about. That's what we did on the school board. We had a vision and say, well, look, we know that all our schools need to be brand new for students that's going to be 50 years. And I hope that the city would have the same vision. We talk about the streets. We're talking about the look of Port Arthur. We're talking about Port Arthur is just not a one-day city, that they are a 3-day city from Thursday to Sunday for Mardi Gras.
Yes, the money from
We're talking about downtown and building downtown. Those are the things that I have a vision for, to bring infrastructure back into the city, to help with the current council, to find ways to help them bring businesses back to Port Arthur, period. And if you don't want to hire Port Arthur people, go. If you don't want to invest in Port Arthur people, I can't entertain you. Because guess what? You have surrounding cities bleed purple and gold, black and gold. I bleed red and black, Port Arthur. I'm from Port Arthur. And there's nothing wrong with people supporting that. I hear that Port Nature's, they have a park, a water park. But on certain days, if you're not from that, and it blew me away when I heard that. It's certain days that if you're not a resident on there, you can't attend the park. And they walk up and they verify with your ID. Who does that? But why can't, and you know what, I don't have an issue with it. But we can do the same thing in Port Arthur. Port Arthur is second to Beaumont as far as size and population. We need to start thinking out of the box. Port Arthur, we've always been a stepchild in this area. And it's time to find and put leaders in that's gonna be that type of leader that's gonna have Port Arthur best interest. Period.
Okay. Another question. I don't want to be the one to ask all.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. You
But,
prepping me.
huh?
You prepping me. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, the small business. I hear you talk about the infrastructure and relationship with the farmers. What about your small business? What about your mom and pop stores that really help Port Arthur back in the day to stay alive? When they start closing the stores down, the city starts dying. You know, we tend to look at big business coming in for tax dollars or tax breaks or whatever. But once they have taken enough from Port Arthur, they pack up and leave and go back where they come from. And we still left looking like we're looking. So what are you gonna do to try to help the small business?
Well, if you ask me if I support mom and pops, I do.
Okay.
I mean, that's the building blocks of any city.
Right.
But it's just not for me to say as a potential councilman.
Right.
We have to support. The people need to support the small businesses.
Sure.
You know, but we don't, we think that the malls is better than, you know, shopping at the west side, you know, and it's not true. You know, if you ask me, retails, they don't care who they sell to.
No.
But if we don't support small business, who else will? And guess what? Mom and pop, they have to close because they can't compete, or they lose too much money trying to compete with the malls and the shopping centers, the outlet malls. We have to support it as a city. You know, if a small business would like to open up in Port Arthur and to show that they have, and you know, entrust the people in a small business, I would support that. But we have to build down, and if you ask me my opinion, we'd have to build downtown and then build out.
That's what I'm thinking about.
We have to have businesses who want to come, and I said it earlier, who want to come to Port Arthur, downtown area, and to build out. But, you know, we're building on the outskirts of Port Arthur. And I think that the vision should be, you got to take care of your heart first. And your heart is downtown. I think if you start building downtown, it will build up. And I think downtown has been in the condition for a very long time that we need to do something about it. Any other questions?
When you talk about downtown, which is right, we got Lamar State College now, and we got dormitories there. Those students need something to do when they get out of class. And where they gonna go?
After 9 o'clock, maybe they have to go to mid-county maybe to get food. Now, if we had a vision to go and have a business to come, like a Starbucks, a Subway, or a sandwich, some type of sandwich store downtown, you're gonna still start seeing a little more traffic. I would be in support of that because students, that's gonna be 100, what is it, 100-bed dorm area, counseling? About 100? About 100. So you're talking about 100 students gonna need to eat something after 9 o'clock. Most kids, they can eat. So I would hope that we would consider having businesses like that and offer those type of businesses to come downtown, tax breaks, to build downtown to get traffic flow. That's the way you have to think. But we gotta get out of this blinder way of thinking to help Port Arthur.
I used to come here when I was born and raised in Louisiana. I used to come here during the summertime. And I can remember downtown was busy. I remember when they opened the LI Merchant Bank with the dancing waters and all that. I don't know how old y'all are, but
That's way before my time.
downtown was lively. I mean, it was so busy that you had one-way street here. You couldn't go on and direct the traffic. Now you can just do anything. There's nothing there anymore.
Well, one of the facets that I would hope that we would also consider is finding ways to partnership with entities. We have to partnership with the school boards, the stakeholders, and all these different entities that say, hey, let's work together. You doing your own thing, we doing our own thing. Why not? Let's get together and find ways to bring people here. Because you can't tell me, we have how many? 4 refineries that circumference Port Arthur? Or maybe more than that. It's more than 4. Why can't we partnership with refineries to help? I mean, I don't know if you've seen Port Nature's baseball field, y'all.
We got the largest refinery right here in the United States, OT. And if hotel or what is it, hotel now can give Port Nature this kind of funds to help their school district. You know, I worked at OT for 38 years. I'll try to get them to do this, do that. But unless somebody puts pressure on their mind, they're not gonna move.
Well, I think that if you put the right people in place, they'll be wanting to give. And I hope that they will be respectful enough to understand that that's what we're wanting to happen in Port Arthur. We want Port Arthur to grow. We want our kids to have a better education. You know, if we all sit in here and don't do anything, we are at fault, period. But we gotta continue fighting for our kids because we're all getting older, and our kids are the future.
You're talking about education. That's what ticked me off with the Port Arthur News. They promote all that mid-county. When we were playing football this year, they had a Port News fan said when we got ready to play that we were going to be able to field a football team because our kids couldn't make the grade. Well, that turned me, that really got to me because I wrote a letter to let them know that the last three, give me the name down, Bill J. scholars came from Memorial High School.
Memorial. Bill Gates. Well,
And the last one was my grandson.
that's why you put that slur in. That's pretty cool.
But, you know, we try to make people Port Arthur kids look like they're stupid. But we got some good teachers here in Port Arthur. And we need to let these other people in the surrounding county know that Port Arthur Memorial High School is a good school.
That's, any other questions? Any other questions? Yeah.
I've been Port Arthur all my life. I've been working for the city of Port Arthur. It's going to be 35 years later, first street next month. And I've never seen Port Arthur get like this. It's not getting better, it's getting worse.
Hey, come here.
I've seen city council members come and go. Y'all talk a good game, but once y'all get in office, it's totally different. You know, I mean, every one of them, y'all talk a good game. I know Cal personally, I know you, I know Mr. Doucette right here. City council, when they first started, this was from the heart. Now they're getting a paycheck, car line, all of this here. This is all taxpayers' money. But you can't do nothing for the city of Port Arthur. You got 9th Avenue and Lake Arthur. They could put a traffic light there. That traffic light gonna cost about over $200,000 to $300,000. But you can't fix Blue Bonnet from Memorial to Delaware Drive? Come on, Kinlaw.
You know, it would be okay to me. We got a city councilman here. I don't know the logistics of why they haven't fixed Blue Bonnet. But as a taxpayer and as a concerned citizen, I have a concern about why it's not fixed, and it's been over a year.
It's been more than a year.
Mr. Doucette.
You know, I heard the lady talk about Blue Bonnet, and it's coming back again. Blue Bonnet is because of staffing that the city have in engineering. Because initially there was money for Blue Bonnet from Gillum Circle all the way to Memorial. And they started doing the job, and at the time, the public work director was trying to cut corners and not want to do it right. They started doing it, and then they found out that it wouldn't work because the base was bad. So they had to tear out all the stuff they put down, which meant that was material and money loss. So when they came back to fixing it right, they only had money to fix the first part. Then the second part, they kept crying about, we don't have money, we don't have money. They find enough citizens come up to City Hall and complain till they finally felt the pressure, so they said, okay, we're gonna get the money. They went into the reserves and allocated the money to have it fixed. So right now, they had to go back through the initial phase whereby they had to have it redesigned, the second part. Then they have to now throw it, get it out for bid again, and then they're gonna actually start working. The money for to finish Blue Bonnet has been funded since September. And that's how long it takes things to work. And that's because when we have people who are not competent to oversee and manage the jobs and contracts that the city has, then we find loss of money, loss of material, loss of manpower. Now, the other responsibility is with council members, okay? Because when the staff and the manager is not doing something in a timely manner, like in that particular case, that's when the people that you elect are supposed to now get on the manager and the staff and let them understand the people that living in my area or my district cannot drive on this and tear up their cars. You gonna fix all their cars? I'm gonna take charge of this. So you have to be able to understand it. And as citizens, that's why you have to understand how government is ran as opposed to listening to people who don't know.
Okay.
You have to be
Okay,
able
Doc.
to judge who on council when these subjects coming up. Who's fighting for what you talking about? Good example. When he said, people say they make all these promises, then when they get in office, it's the same thing and over and over. True. You know why? They didn't have any means or any real interest to do it anyway. But you should have been observing. You should have known who was right. So when time comes to re-election, they start coming around, you ought to know who actually fought when he was on it. And the reason I say fight, because you can't win all down. But as a citizen of my council member is standing up to fixing streets, and that's what he's always talking about, I know he's up there for me. Those that are not talking about streets are talking about things that don't impact on my streets, and logos and all this stuff, renovations of different. That's not what we put you up there for. Well, you have to understand that. Streets now, it's no longer an issue of money. You'll never fix streets in Port Arthur unless you pass a bond. That's it, that's all. The bond you pass, everybody says, well, the property gonna go up. You can do bonds without raising the property tax. But the people on council has got to understand, if we want to fix this, we got to do something that where money is going to be available to get the work done and make it done on time. So it's better solution rather than a problem. Everybody knows the problem. How you going to fix it? You have to understand government. You have to understand how you got to do it in order to do it. So, okay, good. Hey, did that answer your question, Dave?
Yeah, but Mr. You said me and you talk, so.
Talk up a little bit, Dave.
So, you know, me and you talk all the time. And I like the way you think. Take for instance, we got some city council that I got 35 years, so but anyway, council members, I get up there, they argue. We don't need this. Y'all need to work for the people. We got every one of y'all in the district. Y'all can come together as a whole and work as a team, and y'all build Port Arthur. And when we got y'all up there arguing, then they put you on national television, you know, what can we do? What can we do? It will make it look so bad, it's us, African Americans.
Well,
Us. But I mean, we can't get along.
well,
Okay. You look on YouTube, the worst 10 city in the state of Texas. Port Arthur is number 9. You know who's number 10? Vite. We right next to Vite. The worst city to live in. Come on, man.
Well, I would hope, David, that we would change that perception of how and what's surrounding the things of Port Arthur, and by electing the right people into office, that's the people's choice. Now, people that get in office are elected. Now, what they do once they get elected, that changes. Now, I'm gonna promise, my demeanor, if you know me, I don't do that type of stuff. I've been an elected official for 6 years, and you've never seen me argue on camera. Now, Deborah and I can tell you how we are in the back, but that's our secret. I mean, that's our secret. But when we go out on camera, we're very professional, and I take pride in it, period. We had a question, Councilman Scott.
This is your show.
Right.
But I be standing as council. This gentleman's talking about, the things he talked about is true. But the thing that I stood up for, he's talking about standing up for people. My voice is strictly always been about people. But the thing about it, you have to understand is, it takes 5 votes to get anything done. And one thing about our government, that means that true peace is not measured, true peace is not the measure of attention, but the presence of justice. a lot of times people talk about how we disagree and argue up there. What you need to really focus on is what are we debating about? What are we discussing? Then choose who about justice, who about just their own personal agenda. You can look at all our meetings, citizens will start coming to meetings. Because then you can focus on who's about personal agendas and who about doing the right thing. I've been on council for 6 years. Everything in my district is south of 73. Us. Okay? So everything that's just positive about trying to make things happen on South 73, I don't care about if I'm just the only vote or 2 other 8 votes. I vote according to what's best for the citizens. You need to get more people up there that's going to be about the citizens. Understand that seat is not your seat, it's the seat for the citizens. Until we get people in these seats about the seats for the citizens and not their own personal agenda, stuff like it's going to happen. So, citizens, come to meetings, look at us on TV, and see who about justice, who about the citizens, who about making this city better. Don't focus on, yeah, we're going to have some disagreements. But the disagreement is not the problem. What you stand for is the problem. And when you recognize who stand for justice, or who got their own personal agenda, then you can make a decision on who's trying to do the right thing to Port Arthur.
Thank you. Mr. Ambrose, I have a question and also
Yeah.
a statement
Okay.
at the same time.
Okay.
Now, my question
You got a
is,
question and a statement.
first, I'm Tony Ambrose and I'm running for council for district. I have a couple of questions. Now, I understand Councilman Scott saying about looking at justice and who's passion hard, but the way you judge the council is by if they're effective. That's how you judge a council. What are they getting done? Are they doing the things that the citizens do? No, I'm not telling you to judge my heart. I'm telling you to judge what I'm doing. Look at what I'm getting done. Look at what I'm accomplishing. That's the key for anybody who should be on council. Now, my thing also is, Blue Bonnet was started so long ago. Now, when did they stop, and why did they stop Blue Bonnet and then spend money to put the super highway back here on the terminal road that citizens don't use because a lot of people don't want that?
And I was against that.
But that's your issue.
I said I was against that. But
Okay, but
again,
why did it happen?
But because it takes
still
5
the
votes. It takes
councilman
5 votes.
Let them take funds from Blue Bonnet that all the citizens in Port Arthur use, and then take that and put that back there where citizens don't work back there?
Well, let's do this.
That was not fun. That was not
Okay.
That was not fun.
I'm asking.
What I'm saying again,
Okay.
down road is this. It takes 5 votes. Okay? Now, you say it's not the heart. I'm not talking about, I'm talking about what you do is what counts. Where you stand is what counts. A lot of times, 5 votes, do away with the 3 votes that's about doing the right thing. And that's why I said you have to keep up with more than 3 get the councilmen that's going to be about doing the right thing. So that's the whole thing about it. So I'm telling you, I've been with 3 votes and 5 people been against me. Okay, because I've been the type of person that have always listened to people or that said what they want in their neighborhood and what they don't want in their neighborhood.
But sometimes you gotta learn how to train bosses.
I said I've been.
Well, let's do this.
I've been.
But
But Mr. Kinlaw,
Yeah.
I'm sorry that think about it, it's like this. I know this is your field, and I'm here for support. I'm not here to debate issues. We can debate issues
Right. And I agree, thank you, I was about to say that. But that's great questions. Now, as you can see, guys, you need to be coming to some of these debates that we're gonna have in the future.
Correct.
And this is some of the things, some of the questions that are passion that people of Port Arthur are tired of.
Yes.
So if you can, take some of these debates and ask you questions like Michelle, because you gotta put people in the right places to make change. You can't expect something different when we got the same thing going on. Now, we're getting that. We gotta put people in places to make the change.
That's right.
Yes, sir, Mike.
One thing, I'm glad that I was councilman up here.
We got Judge Floyd, baby. Oh, yeah. Judge. All right.
One thing that the city council is thinking about is increasing their tax rate. Now, watch y'all build hotel after hotel after hotel. So one thing you gotta remember is people come to work in your city, they don't live in your city, so they never pay taxes in your city. You need to be in your tax base. Another thing too is that you need to write government, who writes government grants? I haven't heard of not a city council, trying to help write grants, getting federal aid, to bring to the city. And then when they do get the money, it seems to disappear. I don't know. But, I've heard a lot about the refineries and whatnot too. And I'll tell you a little bit about refinery working. Every person in this place likes where they live. Every person in the building likes where they live. And refinery workers, in fact, they like nice homes. So if you put nice homes in Port Arthur, they're gonna come. I watched Beaumont grow huge because they built affordable homes and they built neighborhoods so that people can come in and spend their money. Now, one thing I will applaud is the school board because they have done a tremendous job in bringing Memorial High School and all the associated schools up. But now, without a good school district and without building affordable homes that people will want to spend on $150 and above on their homes, Port Arthur's going to be the same way. Because during the hurricanes, they have lost a lot of their tax base. Look at the number of houses that you have here in the city. If you're going to bring people back, you've got to have somewhere for them to live. That's first off.
Marjorie, Joe,
Not just that, it's just the fact that, I heard what you're saying about the affordable homes and stuff like that. But first of all, you need to look at the homes that we have and still have blue top on there that is sitting there, or some that's just abandoned homes need to be torn down. If I didn't have to live here, and if I had a choice to come back here and I wasn't living, I wouldn't come back. Because it's not that it just don't have anything to do, but you also look at your surroundings of your homes. Where in the city, not just your infrastructure, look at your downtown area. And I understand what you're saying, we have to put people and hold them accountable for what they're saying. Because everybody talks a good game that wants to run and wants to win. But if we as the citizens don't hold them accountable, then hey, they're gonna get up there and do just what we got going on now. We have the same thing. We have people talking about logos. What's good is a logo with a city looking like this? I can sit here all day long and talk about I hold a degree. What good is my degree if I'm not using it to help the people of Port Arthur, the citizens? If you're not about the Kinlaw, you're not talk. If you're not about the people, if you're not about the citizens of the community, as well as this city, then you don't need not run. And I'll tell anybody that's running, you need not run.
Okay, we got Joe Guillory, we got Dawn, and we got Cam. Okay.
Ms. Keller, I just want to piggyback on what Mike said about housing. You have an opportunity. You don't have to go very far to see what our neighboring communities are doing. They're doing it. They don't have 5 or 6 refiners in their backyard. You don't have to go. You go to Spurlock Road, make a left. Okay, go down and stop 2 blocks. Make a right or left. It doesn't matter which way you turn. What you're going to find is waterfront property. Now, you can't see this from the highway. And if you don't go down Spurlock Road, you never know. So, what I'm saying is this. How is it that people in Needland, Port Neches, can provide that type of lifestyle for their residents? How is it that they can provide this past weekend, a weekend for the kids at no charge, but we charge Mardi Gras? It's something wrong with this. It's something wrong with this. So the council, and I pay very close attention to a lot of them. Those are the kind of one-sided views I feel that its pre-existing council had over a number of years. And why isn't it good enough for Port Arthur? Why isn't it good enough for all of us to share something better than what we have? So, I remember I made a suggestion back August of 2015 about building homes to attract teachers and this and that. Man, them white folks shot that down so quick. He came out in the Port Arthur News and said, we need to stay to our own business and we're not landlords and this. But it was for us. It was to edify who we are. We all work every single day. Some of us got 2 jobs. Why isn't it good enough for us? When are we going to stop selling ourselves short
Well, DC.
First of all, my observation of the problem of Port Arthur was when, I think it was 1984, when we learned the new term tax evasion. We went crazy with tax evasion. We didn't take into consideration that we had what they wanted. We're gonna give them a $15 million tax evasion to come here and promise to hire. Okay, we gave them tax evasion, we need to set up a committee to monitor to see if they were in compliance with the tax evasion. Now you talk about dealing in Port Nature, they did not give tax evasions. Because why? They have the property that the refinery needs. Now either you come here or you go on about your business, somebody's gonna come here. We didn't do that, we got desperate. We got tax evasion, let's give them tax evasion. Everybody we gave tax evasion, we sat down today and we holler about, who are the cars coming in, they leaving, they going back to Coots, Liberty, and all that stuff like that. Yes, they are, because we did not do anything to hold them to the fire. Now we talk about Motiva and everything like that. Bertha Rutherford is the spokesperson for Motiva. Do we have any council set up with the city council to get in line with her, to try to get Motiva to give us money and things, to just open up the eyes to help us? We got Memorial, we got a legendary Lincoln school that leads the nation to Super Bowl rings. Do we have anything to acknowledge that? We got a high school here that got, what, 5 state championships. Do we have anything? We can't even get a water tower painted in the school colors here. So until we start looking at just like employment, you can underemploy, you can overemploy. Until we start electing someone that can do that job and overlooking someone who can't do that job, we will always be out in crack.
That's Cal Jones.
Take my call. Don Cobbs, take my call. Let me say one thing. My platform, probably the shortest platform that is. Here it is in a nutshell. We know what the problem is. What you said about Mount Popsicle infrastructure, listen. We've been singing the same song for the last 12 years. Same old song, reading the same script. It's time, same choir sing the same song. It's time for the preacher to preach now. You know, choir sing good, but it's time for the preacher to preach. What I'm saying in a nutshell, we know what's going on. I've been in my just 27 years, in this town 64 years. 67 years old. Doucette knows what's going on. Scott knows what's going on. Ms. Johnson, she ran, she knows what her agenda was. We all know what's happening. It's time to hold these people accountable. We just stay here all day and all night, discuss this and discuss that. We got a city manager, assistant city manager, we got department heads, we got people getting high dollars for writing contracts, this and that. We just hold them down accountable. In a nutshell, we can stay all night, all about the same old thing. In a nutshell, get up there, hold people accountable to do their job. If they can't do their job, bye-bye. Just in a nutshell, simple as that.
Right. Keith.
Yeah, one thing I was thinking, you could build house after house after house. $100,000 house, $200,000. But if you got, who gonna move in them if you got 5 guys standing on the corner selling drugs? Who wanna come in and do that? I know I wouldn't move in.
I guess you're making a prime example. We have a lot of things that we need to discover and also commit to as a council to address. So I don't want to turn this into a debate and get close to, what time is it? Right at
7:09.
7:09. But again, as you can see, it's some hot and topic questions here. And I got the police, my brother back here. Don't get out of line. Don't get out of line. He's on duty. You're on duty. But thank you. I would ask for your support. I would ask, you got Cal Jones. What are you doing? He's You got Mr. Howard Doucette. You got Miss Diane Brown. Anybody else?
He tough. He got his chips.
No one else.
As long as y'all ain't want to keep my house.
And Mr. Raymond Scott. Mr. Raymond Scott. So guys, elect the right people in place so we can move Port Arthur forward. Again, thank you. Thank you for your time. We got plenty of food. Take some of that food, and I don't want to take it home. Thank you. Thank you all. Oh, excuse me, guys. Hold up, Bob. Hold up, Bob. We got Judge Floyd right here, guys. Let's give him a hand. He's Thank you. And he's a roller. and his wife. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't